All right, Dexter. So can you share with us some tips on how can an employee who is currently now working from home separate his work, okay, from his personal device?
Yeah. So the most basic one would be actually having two physical device, right? Instead of having any virtual machines or anything, you just buy a second phone or even a second laptop. But of course, not everybody can afford that. But I have some recommendations. So for those non-IT savvy people, I recommend Apple because they are the most privacy focused and the most easiest to use. You don't need to worry about malware or whatever. You can go and get the latest cheap iPhone SE, which is only 300 plus US dollars. That's quite a decent second phone, second device. Whereas for the cheap Android, that will be better for the tech savvy users who really know how to secure their Android phones and fix all its privacy issues. Yeah. Then for now, let's move on to laptop. Laptop, you can just buy a budget netbook as your second device. Yeah. For those who don't know what netbook is usually laptops who are ranging around $500, $800, or is majority are less than $1,000. Those are what netbook is. Yeah. And let's say if you really got no money to buy a second device or get your company to give you a second device, there's this thing called virtual machines or dual booting on the laptop. So let's talk about virtual machines first. So virtual machines is you just install some application called like VirtualBox. So it's free. You just go and download it. After that, you can install Windows 10 directly inside this software using the ISO file. ISO file is the installer file of Windows 10. So you can just mount it onto this VirtualBox, and then you can have a partition of Windows 10 directly within your laptop without doing much stuff. It's quite easy to configure. If you don't know how to configure, you can go YouTube and type VirtualBox how to install Windows 10. It's as simple as that. Yeah. But the problem about virtual machines is if you're gonna use it for work and you're gonna have a lot of Zoom calls or Skype calls, the video is gonna be laggy. You're not gonna hear the person. There's gonna be a lag time on your video and also maybe some lag time even on your audio. It's gonna be choppy. So what we will highly recommend is actually dual booting on your laptop. So dual booting is having two partitions on your laptop. You can partition your C drive and split it and call it C drive, D drive. Then after that, you can plug in a Windows 10 bootable thumb drive and then start to install Windows 10 onto the second drive, that partition that you have created. So for those who don't know how to do this, same thing, you can go YouTube, how to dual boot Windows 10. Yeah, then there's all steps on YouTube, how to do it. Yeah. So we actually also can help you. We can do this service for you. You can just contact us. We will be able to help you with any issues that you have. Yeah. So we also have this thing called a data protection software where you don't even need to do dual booting or any virtual machines or even a second device. Why the anti-hack created this software so that you guys can separate your work files and personal files seamlessly on your laptop just by installing our anti-hack data protection software. So what it does is based on keywords or regular expressions, let's say example, even file types, let's say all Excel files or with the keyword of, let's say invoice, sales, all these we can pick it up and we can separate your personal files and your working files. So any files which is Excel, we can set a rule to it, such as blocking. We can block WhatsApp, block Facebook. We can prevent you from sending to your friends, and you can even set encryption where you cannot even if you manage to somehow break our system to send it to your friends, they cannot open the Excel file. That's what we are actually promoting. So it comes in handy in this work from home. Actually, we're gonna blog about it more on this service as well. We're gonna have more YouTube videos on teaching people what this software can do. So we really recommend this. This software is actually very cheap where SMEs can even afford it. It's not like those enterprise software you need to pay thousands and thousands of dollars just for your employees to use. Yeah. So we will actually put this in our show notes and even a YouTube video on how it works. You can just refer it there. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Dexter. And
Mm.
now I'll be covering the second topic, which is best privacy practices at home. Okay, so the first tip in this topic, okay, will be to block your, let's say you have a laptop or desktop, there's a webcam. Okay, you can put a simple sticker to block the webcam. Okay, so that even if your endpoint, your computer is compromised, or hackers have already installed some software that can remotely activate your webcam without your knowledge, okay, which has happened to so many people worldwide, and they are being blackmailed, right? So just put a simple sticker to block your webcam. Okay, this will um, make your whatever you're doing more private. And secondly is to disable your microphone. Okay, whenever you're not using, and you should only set the app to be able to access your microphone when the app is live or it's on. So most of the apps out there, okay, they will have under the settings, you will be able to choose able to access the microphone at all times or only when the app is active. So make sure you set the setting to only when the app is active, and then the microphone can be accessed. Okay, so during this COVID period, we mentioned, okay, companies are all not prepared. Within a matter of days, okay, our government enforced that all companies, if unless they are essential, okay, they have to send all the employees home to work from home. So because of this, a lot of companies haven't experienced this or didn't prepare, okay, for the employees to work from home. They are not PDPA trained as well or compliant. And because of this, some companies also mandate, okay, their employees to install certain snooping software or monitoring or tracking software, okay, to prove that their employees are working at all times during office hours. But because, okay, a lot of companies are not yet fully PDPA compliant, they do not have the procedures, policies in place. So unfortunately, I have to say we can't trust these employees. These companies or your employer. Okay, with the recorded images or videos that this software are taking. Okay, as long as you're working on your computer. Okay, can you imagine at some point, okay, if there's a hacking breach, all your images, your background, okay, your family members are walking past, and any employee details that's tagged to your account in the software, okay, may be leaked. And if it's breached, then that's when, okay, people can use your personal information again, and then for malicious activities. So these points I mentioned, okay, simply putting a sticker to block your webcam, disable your microphone when you're not using. Okay, if your employer asks you to install some tracking software, okay, make sure that you do not do your personal stuff while using the software as well. Okay, so now we'll be talking about video conferencing software. Okay, so Dexter would like to take on this part as well. We will touch and share with our
Yeah.
listeners.
So this actually we will talk to Caleb about this also. We will get Caleb in on this. So we saw that Caleb is actually a premium
Zoom
Zoom
user,
Zoom
yeah.
user. He probably
Yeah.
bought it before the Zoom news, before
Yeah.
even MOE banned the software. He
Sure.
told me he bought it. Yeah, I sent to him the MOE news. Yeah. So let's hear more about your what do you think about these Zoom issues?
I think all right, yeah. So I the minute the lockdown happened, all right, so how I got this was I was running an SEO workshop, and I had a lot of business owners coming together in a physical meeting. All right, then after that they said, all right, we can't hold that. And so quickly I went online to find a conferencing software that I could host about 30 to 40 audience. Right. And so Zoom is actually really cheap. I think it's just $14 per month. Right. And because I need to meet people, right? My clients, prospects. So Zoom is perfect for it. But right now I realized that there's a data breach. But again, from my understanding, the premium version is fine, right? It's the free version that has the problem.
Yeah, I mean they did a lot of security
Yeah.
updates, especially on the premium version. So the free one, we would recommend all our users, if you are looking for a free version, please do not use Zoom. Please use our Jitsi alternative that is in the show notes. We even have a step by step on how you can use it. There's a YouTube video on how you can use it as well.
But so I'm safe, right? Because mine is the premium version, the paid one.
There's nothing that is 100% safe, but just always take precautions.
Yeah.
Maybe even change your password every 30 days if you can. Yeah, and use password managers if even possible.
Yeah.
And another thing about file sharing. Okay, so there are a lot of apps out there that allow you to share your file easily. Easily click a button. You can have a link. You can copy and paste this link to your WhatsApp or your email, so you can send to recipients, okay, your files or attachments. Okay, and with regards to that, a lot of people like to use a Dropbox link or Google Drive link. But a lot of the times, okay, we've seen real world scenarios whereby when an employee incorrectly configures, okay, a file sharing link, for example, Google Drive, you click share, and then for this particular file, and then you click anyone with this link, okay, can edit or can view. And then when we share it to whoever's necessary, you forget, okay, to change the setting back to only certain people or only an organization can view the file. So it's because of incidents like this that there's unauthorized data breach or disclosure of data. Okay, can you imagine this link is forwarded to someone else and you did not secure the link after sharing? So then this basically a file
There's actually
containing
worse, even
yeah.
worse things. There's
Yep.
actually even worse things than that. There are people. I mean, I think there's one more option called public, right?
Make
There's
it
one
public,
more.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah, make it public. When you do that, guess what happens?
It goes into
When
index by
you when
search engine, right?
yes, so search engines will be able to pick that up. So imagine you have there's actually a lot of employees out there or even business owners. They're making it public and they don't know that their company invoices or quotations or even supplier list, client list is uploaded online and people can just Google it and then download it.
Yes. And
Yeah.
so with regards to that, instead of using Dropbox, instead of using Google Drive sharing, okay, what we recommend using Firefox Send. Okay, Firefox Send is more secure, okay, it's much more private. Again, they do not share your information. Okay. So we recommend Firefox Send. You can check it out. You do not need any account to sign up to be able to send a file securely to any recipient.
Yeah, it will be located in the show notes below, so you can bookmark that link and you can use it for all your day-to-day work.
Yes, and when I mention again Firefox Send, that brings me to another thought, which is instead of using Google Chrome, if you really like to be private and not have your information constantly, okay, being monitored and being sent to third parties which you may not even be aware about, okay, we recommend also a browser to use will be Firefox. Okay, Firefox is more privacy focused compared to Chrome. Chrome is actively, okay, grabbing a lot of your information, sending it to a lot of different parties. Okay, browsing activity, which websites you're viewing, what do you purchase, what are you viewing, okay? Because Google itself is also a search engine, right?
Yeah.
So how they
Maybe
monetize? They
maybe I
monetize.
should add on a bit on that. So actually the most secure way is to have three different browsers for three different tasks. So don't go and take Firefox and then go and log in your Gmail, your Facebook onto Firefox. Facebook and Google is still going to track your data through cookies, and whatever your surfing history is all going to be collected, or even whatever you purchase from Amazon, Lazada is all going to be collected by all these companies if you're going to use everything on the same browser.
Yep.
So the best practice is social media is one browser. Your email, Gmail, just go and use Google Chrome for it, and that's only used for Gmail access. Yeah, and then you can download one other software called Brave. So Brave browser is free and it's also privacy focused and it's built based on Chromium browser, which is similar to Google Chrome, but just that it is the open source version. And then you can actually use back the same plugins as your Google extensions that you like on Google Chrome. So I would recommend using Brave as your day-to-day personal surfing browser, or even Firefox as your day-to-day personal surfing browser, or you can use either one of them, one for surfing, one for doing your online purchase. Don't mix your surfing browser and banking browser and online purchases all in the same browser. Have three separate browsers for three different tasks. Yeah. And then that's what we will recommend. That's for the super secure way.
Yeah. And last but not least, okay, VPN. Okay, virtual private network. A lot of people have heard of this before. A lot of people know what this is. It's basically a software you can download onto your mobile device or your desktop or laptop. And then what this does is it encrypts the traffic, okay, masks and gives you a new IP address as well. Okay, since now everyone is working from home, if any hacker, okay, is monitoring your activities since even before the COVID lockdown, but now because you're working from home, they know your exact IP address. Okay, so by using a VPN, you will be able to mask your IP address. This will make it harder, okay, for people to try to monitor you, try to track you, and see what you're doing.
Yeah. You also can with the VPN. You also block the ISP. Like let's say you are using Singtel cannot see what the hell you're surfing. There's actually one of the important things also. Singtel is they are also a big corporation. So for us as privacy enthusiasts, we try our best not to have big corporations having a data profile on us. So we will recommend you to use VPNs. And the VPN that we'll recommend is Proton VPN. It will be located at the bottom of this link. So even hackers actually also use VPN to protect themselves, and they also use Proton VPN. So why Proton VPN? So this VPN is actually open source. They have put up their codes, and same thing. People have already dig through the codes. All these cybersecurity enthusiasts, they have dig through the codes. The codes, they are not leaking any funny things in their codes. They are not storing some of your data online at all. Yeah, so this is why we recommend you using Proton VPN. Yeah, and
so as much as
yeah, what?
Oh no, you go ahead first.
Yeah, so compared to all the other VPNs out there, a lot of them actually, there's this news out there where a lot of VPN companies actually in the end is owned by one major company. There's one company that actually maybe even owns almost 20 VPN companies out there. This company is actually slowly buying over the database of all the other VPN companies. And so this is why we recommend Proton VPN. This VPN is also out of the Five Eyes. If you guys do not know what the Five Eyes is actually the US and also a group of European countries out there that is actually sharing their surveillance data for national security. So they're actually sharing all the browser traffic, browser data with each other. And this Proton VPN is located in Switzerland. So Switzerland is where privacy focused. We will definitely recommend this. Yeah, Caleb, what do you want to say just now?
So I mean, talking so much about individual privacy, as a business owner, it's also our responsibility to ensure the privacy of the people we work with, right? Our customers, our clients, our employees, our suppliers. And so because of that, I haven't really been a person who cared about privacy, but after working with Andy and Dexter, I'm taking this very seriously. And even as a B2B company, right, I've gone for the course, I've implemented data privacy policies, right, for my own company. And it's something that I want to do for all my clients and all the business that I'm coming to work with in time to come, right? Because we can't just be, when you do SEO, when you start ranking on Google, the leads are going to come. It's going to happen, right? So we're going to have to protect these leads. We're going to make sure we want to protect the people that we are working with, right? The European companies, the American companies, when you go into their website, you'll see them guaranteeing you and assuring you of their privacy. But in Singaporean companies, we don't do that. We almost don't care about it, and that's the problem, right? So PDPA is mandatory. Every company has to care about it. It is mandatory to have a DPO, and that is why, together with Privacy Ninja, we'll be launching a DPO as a service plus SEO, right? A package. So we want to take care of your digital marketing needs. We want to grow your business, but we want to make sure that you don't end up giving the money that you earn to the government, right? Because of the fines that you're about to receive. So we will put the link to this partnership in the show notes below, where we will share more on what you can get out of this DPO plus SEO together, right? But I just really urge all business owners to start caring about the data of the people that you work with, not just your customers but your employee as well, right? So I really, coming from somebody who's very sales oriented, very marketing side of things, I never once cared about privacy, right? But now I've trained myself in PDPA. I know, I'm spotting a lot of breaches, right? Everywhere I go, every website I go. And so that is something that we have to start taking seriously, right? If we want people to trust us.
Yeah. So actually, for those who are very interested in actually having a free checkup on their privacy policy, we're actually having a free giveaway for those who listen to our podcast all the way to the end, which is now. We actually have a link below where you can contact us, and we actually will review your privacy policy on your website, and we will tell you what's wrong with your privacy policy, whether is it sufficient and whether is it PDPA compliant. We're doing it for free in exchange for a backlink back to our website. And also do subscribe on all our social media channels, and also subscribe to this podcast for more tips. Yeah.
So after our relationship, you guys start to look out for SEO, and I start to look out for
Yes.
privacy.
That's right. We actually exchange a lot of knowledge with each other. Thank you
Yeah.
a lot, Caleb. Yeah. Now I
Yeah,
hand
thanks
over
for
to
having
Andy
me.
to end the session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys, Caleb and Dexter. Okay, I hope all listeners out there listening to this podcast will have gained a lot of new information that will help their business to grow and also be more privacy focused. Okay, so for any listener, okay, any business owner who wants to improve your SEO, you can contact Caleb at thegenia.com. Okay, his contact details and website will also be put below this video in the show notes. And also for you, okay, if you want to be more PDPA compliant for your business, okay, because it's mandatory and more enforcement cases by the PDPC is coming up every month. Okay, so if you would like a free health checkup as well with regards to your organization's PDPA compliance, do come to our website, contact us, okay, drop us a message, and we'll be happy to provide a free consultation. And also click on the quiz below, okay, for you to quickly see how compliant you are at the moment. So, and with that, we'd like to end today's podcast. Thank you so much, gentlemen, and I hope everyone have a good day.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.